So for the first time, we're going to do a voting system to determine the winner of this AI-only battle, and that should be interesting. We're going to check over the ledger, we're going to look at a few categories, and there's going to be, I still don't know, maybe like 3 to 5 different choices in the straw poll below, so at any point you can open that tab up and vote if you'd like. So this shouldn't really be a surprise. In terms of development, China still is in first place, 1753 development. Venice really caught up fast, though, surprisingly. I feel like they really weren't that far behind. I thought China had a way substantial lead earlier, like a few videos ago in the series. But yeah, Venice definitely caught up, and then Spain never really ended up going ahead of Venice, which is what I thought. The Mayans got 4th place in terms of development. Then we have India. Assyria pretty high, but man, oh man, they did not, look at that, look how close that was. I would definitely think that India ended up having a way bigger impact on the game than Assyria. Assyria ended up just being kind of the right-hand man to Spain almost, or the other way around, because Spain didn't really do much either. But yeah, England actually had quite a bit of development, and their colonization was crazy at the end of the campaign. Indonesia, 1208, America at 1196, and yeah, I mean, something to consider that we were going to do was the fact that I was going to give Venice and Spain the victory because I was going to just combine their 2 developments together. But if you combined England and America together, then they clearly have the win in terms of development, at least. So that is going to be kind of interesting. Something to kind of consider. Denmark at 1050 and Russia at 1015. So that will bring out the thousands. Shanghai did a pretty good job at coming back. I'm surprised that Shanghai wasn't better than Russia, though. Russia was a very kind of boring campaign. And I know that that's going to be part of the reason, part of your guys' like the nations that you're going to choose. I understand it's going to be about entertainment value. So I totally get that. And that's, you should think about that. That should be a deciding factor. You should think, well, this nation was a little bit more entertaining, so I would like to give the victory to them. And that is actually much more important than I think we gave credit for in the initial CIV 5 or EU4 AI-only battles. So in terms of technology, I don't think we should consider this at all. It really doesn't matter. Here's ideas. I don't think this really matters that much either. Power projection, none of this stuff really matters, but I'll briefly kind of click over everything and so that you guys can at least know, some of this stuff. Prestige, wow, China was at -32 prestige. So they clearly lost lots and lots of battles. They weren't the worst. That was the Huns. The Huns were the worst. In terms of score, number 1 nation was China, then Venice, then Spain, then India. So India takes Mayans in terms of score, but I wouldn't really consider this either for your guys' choice or your vote. Yeah, we just talked about how technology didn't really matter. We'll go over the map modes, but let me just finish off the ledger here. Advisors, best leader in the world, ultimately ended with the Siamese had the best leader in the world at the moment. That was definitely not the best pip leader. I think we saw a 16 or 17 pip leader at some point in the series. Current rulers, doesn't really matter either. We'll skip over that. We'll go to armies. Okay, what do we got? India. Wow. Now, doesn't this say something? This should say something extremely interesting. India ended up winning in terms of total, in terms of both force limit and oh, this is force limit. This is strictly force limit, right? Yeah. So I know currently China has the biggest military, but force limit wise, India would have been bigger. I think that's should be taken into consideration there. So China right now at the moment has the biggest military. Then it would be Venice. Then it would be Russia, surprisingly. Then India in 4th place. Shanghai in 5th place. Manpower would still go to China. Then Brazil. Then Shanghai. Anyways, so let's go to naval sizes. Indonesia ended up passing China. See, this is another reason. So I'm glad that we did this. I don't know if you guys, I wouldn't necessarily, my personal opinion, because I'll probably cast my vote as well. I probably won't vote for China. I think that entertainment value wise, as well as they were caught in a lot of categories, I don't think I'd give them the win. Indonesia ended up having a huge fleet, massive fleet, which is incredible. Then it was Venice, so and then Denmark and the mines. So we're gonna have a very interesting vote here. I think it'll be between 5 nations. I think it'll be between 5 nations. I'm thinking China. Oh my gosh, look at this last second though. They never ended up. I didn't even realize this. I'm sorry. We should check on the current wars. I don't think much had changed, but wow. Last second, America was in a coalition and they were being dominated by, let's see, Songhai, Siam. I guess they weren't really in a coalition. China, India, and the Mayans had ended up working together for the Polynesians, and obviously the Spanish were only able to stay alive because of the Venetian personal union, but not anymore. So we're seeing the Polynesians completely fall because so many people were declaring war on the Polynesians. For some reason, Spain and their alliances were deciding to keep that up. So I think the vote will be between 5 nations, and I think if we just pull up the one last time development, I think it'll be between China, Venice, Spain. Ah, man, should I put the Mayans in there? I guess I will. I think what we'll do, I don't think we can put the Assyrians in there. For me, it'd be China, Venice, Spain, the Mayans, India, and then America. Because, like I said, I think that if you guys wanted to, you could stack America and England together. But something to consider is that they never really had that many powerful, their military was not that powerful. Right now they're getting their butt kicked. And ultimately, I feel like Spain and America would be getting destroyed right now. If this campaign went on for another 100 years, America would lose a lot of their strength, so would Spain. And I already talked about my opinions on China. I think that even though they're winning right now, I don't think I would give them that much. For me, personally, it'd come down between Venice and India. That's just my opinion. But I'll let you guys vote. I guess we will do 3. I guess we'll do 6. Yeah. So China, India, Venice, Spain, America, Mayan. I realized Latin America did okay, but they were not very entertaining. And I think the Assyrians just struggled too hard at the very end of the campaign. And they really were just too reliant on the Iberian alliance. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section below. Or let me know in the... let me know in the comment section below. And then cast your vote in the straw poll. And I'll come back on the next crack day, and we will reveal the winner. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.